He has outsoared the shadow of our night, envy and calumny and hate and pain, and that unrest which men miscall delight can touch him not and torture not again. From the contagion of the world's slow stain he is secure, and now can never mourn the heart grown cold, the head grown grey and vain. Nor when the spirit's self has ceased to burn, with sparkless ashes load an unlamented urn. He lives, he wakes, 'tis death is dead, not he. Mourn not for Adonais, thou young dawn. Turn all thy due to splendor, for from thee the spirit thou lamentest is not gone. Ye caverns and ye forests, cease to moan. Cease, ye faint flowers and fountains, and thou air, which like a morning veil thy scarf had thrown over the abandoned earth. Now leave it bare, even to the joyous stars which smile on its despair. He is made one with nature. There is heard his voice in all her music, from the moan of thunder to the song of night's sweet bird. He is a presence to be felt and known in darkness and in light, from herb and stone, spreading itself where that power may move which has withdrawn his being into its own, which wields the world with never-wearied love, sustains it from beneath and kindles it above. He is a portion of the loveliness which once he made more lovely. He doth bear his part. While the one spirit's plastic stress sweeps through the dull, dense world, compelling there all new successions to the forms they wear, torturing the unwilling dross that checks its flight to its own likeness as each mass may bear, and bursting in its beauty and its might from trees and beasts and men into the heaven's light. The splendors of the firmament of time may be eclipsed but are extinguished not. Like stars to their appointed height they climb, and death is a low mist which cannot blot the brightness it may veil. When lofty thought lifts a young heart above its mortal lair, and love and life contend in it for what may be its earthly doom, the dead live there and move like winds of light on dark and stormy air. Who mourns for Adonais? Oh, come forth, fond wretch, and know thyself in him aright. Clasp with thy panting soul the pendulous earth. As from a centre, dart thy spirit's light beyond all worlds, until its spacious might satiate the void circumference, then shrink even to a point within our day and night. And keep thy heart light, lest it make thee sink, when hope is kindled hope, and lured thee to the brink. Or go to Rome, which is a sepulchre. Oh, not of him, but of our joy. 'Tis not that ages, empires, and religions there lie buried in the ravage they have wrought. For such as he can lend, they borrow not glory from those who made the world their prey. And he is gathered to the kings of thought, who wage contention with their time's decay. And of the past are all who cannot pass away. Go thou to Rome, at once the paradise, the grave, the city, and the wilderness, and where its wrecks lie shattered mountains rise, and flowering weeds and fragrant copses dress the bones of desolation's nakedness. Pass till the spirit of the spot shall lead thy footsteps to a slope of green access, where, like an infant's smile over the dead, a light of laughing flowers along the grass is spread. And grey walls moulder round, on which dull time feeds, like a slow fire upon a hoary brand. And one keen pyramid, with wedge sublime, pavilioning the dust of him who planned this refuge for his memory, doth stand like flame transformed to marble. And beneath, a field is spread, on which a newer band have pitched in heaven's smile their camp of death. Welcoming him we lose with scarce extinguished breath. Here pause. These graves are all too young as yet to have outgrown the sorrow which consigned his charge to each. And if a seal is set here on one fountain of a morning mind, break it not thou. Too surely shalt thou find thine own well full if thou returnest home. Of tears and gall. From the world's bitter wind seek shelter in the shadow of the tomb. What Adonais is, why fear we to become? The one remains, the many change and pass. Heaven's light forever shines, earth shadows fly. Life, like a dome of many-colored glass, stains the white radiance of eternity, until death tramples it to fragments. Die, if thou would be, with that which thou dost seek. Follow where all is fled. Rome's azure sky, flowers, ruins, statues, music, words are weak. The glory they transfuse with fitting truth to speak. Why linger? Why turn back? Why shrink, my heart? Thy hopes have gone before. From all things here they have departed. Thou shouldst now depart. A light is passed from the revolving year. And man and woman, and what still is dear, attracts to crush, repels to make thee wither. The soft sky smiles, the low wind whispers near. 'Tis Adonais calls. Oh, hasten thither. No more let life divide what death can join together. That light whose smile kindles the universe, that beauty by which all things work and move, that benediction which the eclipsing curse of birth can quench not, that sustaining love, which through the web of being blindly wove by man and beast and earth and air and sea, burns bright or dim as each are mirrors of the fire for which all burst, for which all thirst, now beams on me, consuming the last clouds of cold mortality. The breath whose might I have invoked in song descends on me. My spirit's bark is driven far from the shore, far from the trembling throng whose sails were never to the tempest given. The massy earth and sphered skies are riven. I am borne darkly, fearfully afar, whilst burning through the inmost veil of heaven, the soul of Adonais, like a star, beacons from the abode where the eternal are.